We'll do that. And to be, let's see, which camera am I on? That one's the right one. Okay, good. Yeah, and then we'll just go from there. So 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to the One Question Podcast, where we dive deep into the world of learning and development with leading experts. I'm your host, Rob Porter, and today we're exploring an intriguing aspect of learning technologies. Joining us today is DJ Netz. DJ, thank you very much for joining.
I'm glad to be here.
Awesome. So let me give everyone just a quick little background about DJ. So DJ is the Virtual Talent Development Learner Journey Experience Lead for Northrop Grumman, where he supports the design and delivery of virtual talent development programs to ensure leadership readiness and robust talent pipelines. Previously, he managed the Enterprise Leadership Development Program at Lockheed Martin and overseeing curriculum strategies and the delivery of the leadership training. So DJ, thank you again for joining us. And one of the questions that had come up, we'd love to ask you is, how are today's learner journeys shaping tomorrow's talent development?
Learning journeys are being used in a targeted way, in the circles that I've been inhabiting lately, to really address talent vulnerabilities, where there's critical skills and critical roles where we maybe because of attrition and advances in technology is changing so fast. And so to really upskill quickly, learning journeys have been an effective way to get people trained, but also to create a community, to get a group of reflective practitioners organized and bonded to each other so that they can support each other in their disciplines and their functions going forward. So they feel they've got a base of support and different voices to listen to get perspectives and a point of view. Most learning journeys that I've been encountering, and some of them that I've been designing, usually last anywhere from 30 days to 6 months. So I've seen some learning journeys that are 9 or 12 months and even 18 months. It takes a bit of a team to support that and leadership support to make sure that an individual can commit to a 12 to 18 month learning journey. But
Sure.
Usually we can persuade leaders to have an employee commit to a 2-month, 4-month, or 6-month learning journey, so long as we have parameters. And one of the secret sauces to learning journeys that work is to think micro-learning and small experiences and be very judicious about the seat time. So that, many years ago, there's a famous Deloitte report that says what percent of a modern worker's time do they have to develop to professional development? It was like 20 minutes a week. That's all we got nowadays. Just
Right.
5 or 10 fugitive minutes to go look up something on the web or watch a YouTube video. Oh, I have a difficult conversation I want to fortify myself for. That's about all the time you've got. So don't resist that as designers and as thinking strategically. Embrace that constraint. Okay, a lot of what I got to serve up during the learning journey needs to be brief, high impact, and very clear and usable. And another thing we like to say is ruthlessly relevant. Don't put a lot of fluff into the learning journey.
Sure.
So learning journey is different experiences. There's readings, there's case studies, explainer videos, micro learnings, but it's also important to put in some live events. So if you're an intact and co-located team, let's sit in a room, or if you're dispersed, let's get on a webinar and have a live Q&A session or a mind share session or some other collaboration session, so that people can be able to hear other perspectives and connect more deeply with each other. What's also critical to this is having some way of offering up discussion questions. And so asking very thoughtful questions, creating dynamic questions that don't just can be answered with one, two, or three replies, but
Mhm.
asking people to dig deep and offer up their discussion, their thoughts
Mhm.
within the form of discussion questions. It is always amazing to me how much learning happens in the discussion forums. People
Yeah.
get real, they support each other, and they're able to discover alternatives and options that they hadn't considered before and share their best practices. So a learning journey, you want to give them some activity or some assignment brief every week. And if it's a week where you're going to have an hour long live session, maybe that's the thing to do that week instead of an assignment. This way, it's manageable. People can fit this in the flow of work and feel like they can keep up with the program.
It's great.
Some people do struggle with longer learning journeys, and they have to drop away. Life, business, and priorities change. But I found for the most part, if you're judicious with the seat time, people can
Mhm.
hang in there and complete the program.
That's fantastic.
Mhm. Another guiding principle is to offer some level of choice or personalization. And so to give people a couple of micro learnings to choose from or a couple of explainer videos to watch, and people can select the thing that they have an affinity for. That helps with the motivation and the highly motivated people, they'll watch everything, they'll read everything you serve up. But the reality is, most people, they've got their 5 or 10 minutes and they can choose the thing that appeals to them the most or that they see fits a need, a developmental need at the time.
Got it.
The other thing that I'm seeing that we do with our learning, our targeted learning journeys, is t- we take an approach of maybe it's a role based learning journey or it's targeted to a certain role. So
Mhm.
maybe it's a certain leader level or it's a certain level of a programmer or data scientist. Um, or we can think of it another way that I see it, especially with critical skills, is we think of it as digital apprenticeships where
Okay.
it's case based and people are motivated by the milestones of, as it were, this is how I go from apprentice to journeyman because the steps are so clear.
Sure.
Another term that might be more palatable for some organizations is a digital accelerator program. I've been selected for this digital accelerator so that I can get ready to level up for the next role. So those are three use cases that we found most very effective for learning journeys.
That's fantastic. I mean, as far as the group that you're addressing, they're obviously their time is very limited. So making it very targeted and impactful for their time, and then more than likely helps them invest in that time as well and participate a bit more.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And when they do, they will flex and respond to the program. If they have more capacity, they'll enjoy more of the material and commit to it.
No, that's great, and I like the aspects of providing some flexibility, some choose your path. It more than likely provides a little or encourages some buy-in from the learner as well.
It does. It does.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. No, that's fantastic. Well, DJ, thank you so much for those insights, and it's clear that really having a good structured, tailored solution that is time sensitive, right? Allowing the learner to also participate in areas and be more involved in it is going to be a more impactful program for sure. So we really appreciate the time and thank you for sharing your expertise with us today.
Mhm.
And to our listeners, we'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences on this topic. So we'd encourage you to head over to our LinkedIn page and answer today's poll in the discussion. Thank you again.
Thank you. I really appreciate the opportunity.
Our pleasure. Thank you. DJ, that was fantastic. It was great, man. You knocked it right out of the park the first time. So So that, and actually, you have a ton. I mean, I knew that you had a lot of, experience and insight into this, but really, you're very articulate about the program too, and how that works. Because I work with a lot of people, and